Limited quantity on
yes,
the cranberry,
extremely
unfortunately.
Limited. Still with like, I think, over 1,000 people in the ordering
And
process.
we'll try in next week's variety show, we'll try to see if we can do a single airing of that. Of course, because we make the product, we'll try to bring more in, so we'll be able to do that single airing next weekend as well.
All righty, are we ready?
This
Another huge star, the Essential Omega, 4.7 stars.
And this is a product that is one of the products that underscores how different my products are. I mean, I would say if you randomly went out and asked people, what is the single most unpleasant nutritional supplement that you have to take, whether it's your doctor or your cardiologist recommended it, and the research keeps rolling in, no matter how much the media tries to pick up negative stuff, you just can't find it. When the research continues to roll in on the benefits of our omega-3 fats and the fact that as Americans, our diet doesn't provide them. They are essential. These are not drugs and medicines. They are essential. Our body can't make them. We must get them. And what makes my products unique is that we make getting them enjoyable, a pleasure, without any worries or concerns. I've always talked about the fact that we're contaminant-free. Many people thought, gosh, why does he mention that? That shouldn't be a concern. The one thing in the media that we have learned is that depending on the source of your omega-3s, it can be a concern. Ours are mercury-free, heavy metal-free, ours are contaminant-free. Most importantly, no fishy aftertaste. You could swallow the capsule without any fear or concern or stomach upset or fishy aftertaste. Why should the taking of something, the enjoying of the benefits of something so healthy make us unhappy, make us miserable, make us sick to our stomach, literally? It shouldn't, and this product does not. And that, I think, is what makes it so unique, is I believe there's a large number of reviews on this product.
Exactly, 653.
Over 600 reviews. There are over 600 reviews, and for an omega-3 product, almost perfect, which is beyond.
Something?
For an omega-3 product, you probably think if they were rating 3.5 or 4 stars, that would be astounding for an omega-3 product. But to be close to 5 stars, close to perfect reviews for an omega-3, I think it underscores the opportunity you have to enjoy these essential ingredients and to truly use the word enjoy, meaning that you will enjoy them. Many times we just use the word enjoy as to mean, okay, we're going to use them. We don't think of the word enjoy in terms of that we're really going to have benefits and be happy taking these, and you will be happy taking these. So will your doctor.
And I should mention, we have really very few of these. I mean, total quantity is a little over 2,000 only, and that is in all of the sizes. So remember again, first visit of the year with Andrew, crazy, fabulous savings, $3 savings on the 30. You're saving $5 on the 60, $10 on the 180, $25 on the 360 with free shipping and handling, and obviously FlexPay available on each one of these. And you know, it's very interesting because a lot of the viewers that I hear from on my Facebook page and on Twitter also will say, you know, I don't take a lot of supplements, but I know how important it is to take Essential Omega. I take the Omega. And if that's where many of us have started, where you're starting, hands down, as Andrew said, we are talking about the world's finest. Absolutely no fishy aftertaste. That's what would happen to me. I mean, when I used to take other vitamins before. I see that's why I completely stopped taking vitamins, as a matter of fact.
And I think what's important to note, fish oils, and there's so much misleading information about fish oils out there. We all know how essential they are. So then what happens is unscrupulous makers of fish oils make their products misleading. So you'll see products in stores that on the label of the product will say 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 milligrams of omega-3 fish oils. If you read the fine print on the back of the label, they might not even disclose the levels of EPA and DHA. But if you read the fine print on the back of the label, what you'll realize, that same product really is only delivering about 300 milligrams of omega-3s, 300 milligrams or so, right in that neighborhood. The reason why, the typical cheap fish oils they use are only about 30% omega-3s. So even though it said 1,200 on the front of the label or 1,000 on the front of the label, there's only 300 or 360 milligrams of total omega-3s. This product has over 400 milligrams of omega-3s, and I want to show you something else that's interesting. When you use better quality sourced fish oils, you get higher concentrations of omega-3s. Also, when you use better, what happens is you get higher levels of DHA. Typical omega-3s are about 2/3 EPA. My product is about 55% DHA. almost flipping it the other way. DHA is the critical omega-3 for your eyes, and the omega-3 that's almost exclusively in your brain. In my mind, by far, in my mind, my brain, I guess, by far and away, the most important of the omega-3s. So ours are more concentrated, which, how does that reflect to your experience? Not just is this product delivering you the omega-3s you need in a better, more absorbable fashion, because ours are natural sourced and not ethyl esters, but size of capsule.
I know.
If you look at my capsule there, that's my capsule right there, a small capsule. And if you look at the other capsule,
look at that.
Can you, I'm just trying to, you could get a sense that their capsules are almost twice the size of mine. That is directly relates to your experience swallowing that capsule. So, and mind you, my capsule gives you more omega-3s than any of the other the large capsules that are there. So the typical omega-3s you're going to find in a supermarket, a pharmacy, a discount store, all of those. First of all, fishy aftertaste. That's problem number one. Second of all, typically ethyl esters, not a natural triglyceride form. Ethyl esters are much more poorly absorbed. Ethyl esters also, when they're broken down, will liberate ethanol. That's alcohol in your body. Also, in addition to the experience of swallowing. So you have the issue now of fishy aftertaste, bigger capsule, more difficult swallowing, a form that's less absorbable, also lower levels per capsule, and a capsule that's much larger, more difficult to swallow. And then ours are also environmentally harvested. There is no way, as environmentally focused as I am, making all my products with solar energy, as environmentally focused as I am, I would never deliver an omega-3 product that did anything to harm the environment. So all of our products are certified environmentally harvested by a third party. So we make sure that you could be confident not only in the absence of contaminants or heavy metals, but also we are being kind and respectful to the environment when we make the product. And there's no, this is a product that all is coming from fish naturally harvested, but environmentally responsibly harvested. So there's a long list of differences that make us absolutely unique to the typical product out there. You could take this with confidence that you will enjoy the benefits. Please show it to your doctor. Your doctor will be thrilled with the content of this product, what it contains, and even more importantly, what it doesn't contain, and that it will provide an experience to you that will be pleasant, so you'll use it reliably, which is what your doctor wants to see.
Yeah, I just laugh because generally Enjoy and Omega are mutually exclusive. You don't usually get both. You do with Andrew supplements. And you know what, let's face it, we all know how important it is to eat great, you know, cold water fish, but most of us don't do it. This is, as Andrew will tell you, clearly one of the most important supplements that you really need to take. And if you're watching right now, you've never shopped with us before, keep in mind this. As we said, our Omega with Andrew is unlike any other Omega out there. This is one of those times when you have that full 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. And I have to tell you, flying, we have so few.
I know, we're very, very limited already, almost through the quantity we have. And I was going to read some reviews, but we're going to have to move on. And hopefully I'll have more quantity perhaps for next weekend. But again, it's a product that if you want an omega-3, it's unlike any other. If you look at this simple chart here, it shows that there's no fishy aftertaste, there's no repeating, no stomach upset, no mercury, no lead, no heavy metals, no PCBs, no dioxins or contaminants, no enormous capsules to swallow. We give you more per capsule, but the capsule's roughly half the size of the typical omega-3 capsule. So there's nothing like it that you're going to find anywhere. And omega-3s are so important. Where we hear them most often is in terms of not just their cardiovascular benefits, their benefits for heart health, but their benefits in terms of helping keep those triglyceride levels in a healthy, normal, balanced range. That's where omega-3s really come in handy, is in terms of triglyceride levels. We could always talk about them in terms of cholesterol levels, in terms of also blood pressure levels, but they're most important, we hear frequently, in terms of the triglyceride levels. A lot of abundant research there. But I think we're probably going to have to run along because we're very, very limited on supply. And while we're moving along, I just wanted to mention quickly is